It's the business end of the AFC Under-23 Championships, the 2020 edition, and this is semi-final number when it's called upon. Two of them do rely on one another. The national anthems. Warriors, unlike any other, more ferocious than any team in Asia. Qualification. South Korea themselves make a raft of changes, 5 of them altogether from the team that won very late against Jordan by 2-1, and the 3. Australia's last qualification for the Olympics, of course, was in 2008. Graham Arnold's the head coach then, and he is the head coach here who decides to make 5 changes from already been a talking point at the 2020 AFC Under-23 Championships, where VA have been playing like that. Big, strong, and very unfriendly. 100% Korea, and he's hoping that he passes a bit of that osmosis, if you'd like, onto us of 2020 and finally wins South Korea the gold medal. Both these sides have served up feasts over the years, made their base since the final group match against Uzbekistan. Gersbach was watching it all. Had the ball played inside to Se-hyun. Oh, great strength by Se-hyun. Shots on target, straight at the goalkeeper, but we saw that goal that he scored, the second one, especially against Uzbekistan. Still, though, coaches has said, and rightfully so, they just don't have the audience, but then the ball's broken clear after that. It's a little misjudgment on the air by Clear, who then recovers Asian Champions League as well. Yoo-hyun dragging it down the line, and almost a perfect measure to perfection. Daewon crossed it beautifully. It had to be defended. Well, it was half a chance for Won-sang. He gobbled it, didn't put it on target in the end. Gersbach always wanting it on his left-hand side, and it's very well watched by the Koreans. Won-sang took a very late knock by Gersbach, who was running after the ball, and ball from back to front. So very frightening, isn't it? Everything but the finish. That time it came from Seung-won. It was back in 2014 in one of those 10 friendly matches that these two in all of 2019. That was against Uzbekistan, and since then they've been unbeaten. Kim Dae-won. Oh, lovely play, a chance! Well, he opened his body up for the shot. Everybody right to the opening exchanges. Kim Dae-won still keeping it alive. This time it is a cutback, and Bacchus. That's another splendid pass. Oh, it's a foul on Gersbach. Won-sang swears to the assistant referee that it's a man's game, that he had every for Toure. Still has the opportunity inside the penalty box, managing to squeeze a shot right. There's Buhagia inside the penalty box. Won-sang freed now, trying to combine with Se-hyun. Se-hyun opening up the angle for the shot. Oh, it came off the upright. What did I tell you of the number 18? So dexterous, isn't he? Have just been the main stars of this game for South Korea. To run underneath him, but then he won it back against Seung-won. Dae-won just side by side with him. And Bum-kyun just lofting it long. Knows all the time that Se-hyun's probably going to get the better of his opponent, which he did again. Let's finally open the angle up for the cross or a shot. Oh, that's disappointing in the end from Seung-won. Won-sang, oh, right through the heart of the defense, and they've asked for handball. The Koreans, there might be a shout here. Dylan Ryan, of course, Hatton though. Dae-won trying to open the angle up, another disappointing cross. On the outside, Yoon Seong decides to use the fullback this time. Very good tackle, very good tackle. Seung-won saying that it's a penalty, nowhere close. Gabriel Clear, Jay. Se-hyun asking for a free 1-2-1. And in time though, low but kept alive by Won-sang. Hasn't really been smooth sailing and perfect all the way with the scares. Well, space opening up now for Gabriel Clear. Crossmates to carve out an opening here and get behind this Korean defense. Toure had to flick it in first time. Sung-min is there. Another header, one! Narrowly wide. The closest we've come to the goal for Australia. And Dylan Ryan took that final. Contact was very good. A chance now for the opening goal. It was Modakutas who actually found himself inside the penalty box, but not in an aerial sense. Well, actually, it's Buhagia. Oh, what a turn that one was. That superb football, opening the angle up. That would have been some goal. That would have been some goal. Kim Dae-won, perhaps the... And on its way, they've had their post hit already by Oh Se-hyun, who's had a couple of shots on the spin from outside the box. One of them off the... We're halfway through the second semi-final of the AFC 2020 Under-23 Championships here in Thailand, and no closer to finding out who is going to meet Saudi Arabia in the final of this competition. In case you're late and want to catch up on the news, I can tell you that Saudi Arabia have ended Uzbekistan's reign as champions of AFC Under-23s. They beat Uzbekistan earlier on by a 1-0, scored very late in the game, and they become... got a birthday of his own 9 days from now when he turns 20 in that position. Oh, this is a great play from Dae-won. Early save in the second half, and Glover, who saw a shot from Dae-won, just really whizzed. What a wonderful touch that was, delightful. Well, there was very little to aim for. Angle was superbly acute. He had run himself into that narrow angle in the end. And Lee Dong-jun, Dae-won, disappointing again, so many times already. Here is O'Brien, he's found a way right through, and then the challenge a little too strong on Sang-min, went in too hard on him. Yeah, yet again, Dae-won opening up the angle for the shot. Deflected yet again, and another corner to South Korea. Hakbun just cannot believe it. Chances created time and again. No shots are flying in. They just have disappointing with his crosses. Finally figures one out. Came off the upright and then put out by the Australians somehow. That was close. Base Toure. Ball over. Anywhere would do with the clearance, and Clear has been told to just Jay. Oh, that's a lovely play for Yoo Hyun. Yoo Hyun! Again off the upright, and this time it's been put into the back of the net. To say that South Korea deserved this is an understatement, because they've totally dominated the Olyroos. And Kim Dae-won scored his first in this competition, and if there's any player on the pitch that deserves a goal, it is Kim Dae-won. He has been sprightly. In fact, he started this move, and when it came off the upright, you thought it's not. Dong-jun, two players in the box waiting for a good delivery, including in the end quite easily. This is controlled well enough by Yoon Seong. Somehow is broken to Yoon Seong. He takes that challenge wholeheartedly and happily to win the free kick for South Korea. The Australians getting Big Ten performance. His crosses just have been disappointing. Oh, he's got an opportunity to qualify for another final. The star player about to come on, Dae-won. He's already won 2 caps. Look, favoured. And comes on for Italiano. Scored the first goal of this competition. One in the air by Sang-min twice. Space is open. Worrying moments for Graham Arnold. That's a superb ball played right through to Dae-won yet again. Only one player inside the penalty box, and that Koreans have an opportunity to break right now with a very quick Dong-jun. Oh, he's so quick. Surely that's going to be a free kick. The afterburners were turned on, and he just sped past his opponents in a flash. He would blame him if he does. Dong-kyung! Net rattle after this. Here come the quick Koreans yet again. Sung-hyun's inside the penalty box, but he's decided to go for goal. Dong-kyung! Just as he did in the qualifiers, he has scored against Australia, and that's the 60th goal that they have scored under the tutelage and management of Kim Hakbun. 2-0 doesn't flatter. He's built very much like Shin Wook, isn't he? Big Korean centre forward, Kim Shin, once hung up in the air for the longest time. Shot spanked. Dong Kyung. Oh, that's a lovely delivery, isn't it? A great header out by Bacchus, only as far as Koreans breaking clears Buhagia. It's well watched. Day one. Still day one. Day one! The last under-17 World Cup last year, including this guy on the ball, Se-hun. Sung-min wasn't too happy with the referee not giving a free kick, and Tae-wook, little the wingers, Yashiboev and Gang, so very impressive. Found no more after this Sunday, because it was an emphatic win against the Australians. The first time they've broken out of their one-goal wins.
Subscribe vào YouTube này, nhớ subscribe kênh nhá. Mấy bạn nhớ subscribe kênh nhá. Ok.